We're back on Patriot League All Access. On with us now is the head women's basketball coach of the defending Patriot League champion Navy midshipmen, Stefanie Pemper. First question for you, Coach, after I thank you for joining me, is how does it sound to hear the title defending Patriot League champion? It's got to feel pretty good.
It does. I mean, it brings back some nice memories. I would say that's probably the most of it. You know, it's worn off, I think, the excitement by now. But it was a great season, and we're certainly proud of it and had a lot of great memories from it.
So that season in the books, and now you're in the 2011-12 season, and you're just wrapped up your non-league slate as you head into league play coming up this weekend when you go to Lafayette. But before that, a kind of an up-and-down non-league portion of your schedule so far. A huge victory, though, during the course of the season with a big win over Princeton, and then dropping a couple of games in a row before getting back with the win over NJIT. Kind of give me your thoughts on how the team played and how the team came together overall during the non-league portion of the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I really like our team. I like where we're at. I would have loved to have pulled out a couple of those games. You know, our story is we've had a hard time finishing some games. You know, a 2-point loss, a 4-point loss, a 7-point loss, an 8-point loss, you know, all kind of in the last 3 minutes of the game. But to really good teams. I think we've played, you know, kind of as good of a team as there is in the Patriot in the Ivy League, certainly in Princeton. You know, a couple of really good America East teams, BU and UMBC, a great MEAC team, and Howard, a team that I think's really improved from last year, Fordham. So, I mean, our schedule, I think, has prepared us for conference play. But I like how our team's coming together. You know, we have the 4 sophomores in the starting lineup and 1 senior, and you know, and I think we're learning. We're learning with every game, and just hoping that the league starts. So just hoping that we're ready for it, and we're excited to finally get to Patriot League play.
What's the message that you give to your club as you are now on the eve of league play? You know, a lot of people say that they approach it as a clean slate. We're 0-0 now. All those games that we've already played, they're in the past. They really don't mean that much at this point. Everything now is ahead of us, and it's a clean slate. Do you take that same approach?
Well, I'm not sure I'm that smart enough to have such a motivational strategy. But no, I think if, you know, maybe you had a really tough preseason or non-league season, you know, that can be a really good theme. If you've had a really successful non-league season, you know, maybe just to kind of get your kids grounded. You know, we're sitting right at 7-7, and just kind of frustrated that we didn't pull out a couple wins. Really happy with, you know, our Princeton win was great, and then our William and Mary win was terrific. We were really kind of a man down in that game, and it was so early. So we have some confidence from the way we've performed. Our defense has been great. Our team has great chemistry. They really see each other. They're really unselfish. They just get along great. It's a fun group to be around. They work really hard. They're focused. So yeah.
You have, as you mentioned, you have 4 sophomores in your starting lineup, and it's actually kind of a similar thread with a lot of the other teams in the Patriot League, too, because after last year with 10 of the 11 all-league selections being seniors, there's been quite a bit of turnover. Are you surprised at how well the chemistry has built with a team as yours that's so young?
I'm not. You know, when you have some, you know, we just have some really terrific kids, I think, and you kind of saw their character in high school, you know, and so I'm not super surprised. I think, you know, we need better contributions from our bench, and, you know, that's going to be a big theme of Patriot League play. So I can't say that our chemistry with our bench is totally there yet, but hopefully it gets there.
You're taking on a Lafayette team, heading on the road first and foremost when you open Patriot League play this weekend. You've obviously had an opportunity now to take a look at some things from Lafayette, and they had a victory last night over Columbia. What are some things about Lafayette that you're keeping an eye on, without going obviously too deep into what your plans are, but what are some things that they do well that you're aware of and that you've been looking at as you get into this game on Saturday?
Well, they especially, you know, some of their scores are really low, like ours, and so I think that they are effective defensively, you know, so I think a huge key for us is going to be trying to get the ball in the basket, you know, however we can. They obviously have some great size, you know, unusual size at this level. their coach is great. She does a really nice job, I think, of playing to their strengths, and they can show you different looks defensively. So I think it could be a pretty low-scoring game, and we're just trying to figure out how to execute and get good shots, and hopefully they go. And I think we're a good shooting team. We just sometimes can't get enough possessions and can't hit shots when we need to. So that's going to be a theme. And then just kind of mentally just being in the right place. We obviously, last year we went into every game trying to take it one game at a time and just give our best and feeling like we had a chance to win the league. And, we won a championship. And so this year it's your challenge is to try to take some of the confidence that you gained from your non-league season and from last season even, but not put too much pressure on yourself. So I think that's what you're going to see this Saturday. Our kids think it's a huge game, whereas we have 14 of these games, and they're ready to go. They feel like everyone's going to be, aiming for them a little bit because we're the defending champs. So just how we handle that pressure, and do we beat ourselves? Do we put too much pressure on ourselves on Saturday? Or are we just mentally ready to go? I think those are the big issues.
Coach Stefanie Pemper with me on Patriot League All Access from the United States Naval Academy, the defending Patriot League women's basketball champions. Coach, thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it today, and we'll talk to you again down the line. Good luck Saturday.
Okay, thank you so much.